Picturesque Cheshire Circuit, the home for the northwestern centre of the BARC's Champion of Oulton Formula Ford 1600 race. And unfortunately for number 4 there, Phil Thompson, and number 5, the man who hit him, Ian McDonald, that is about as far as they're going to get. The first corner, always one of the most dangerous parts of any race. But for those who escape, Mike Waite in his Reynard leading away. Waite in the white car with the blue noseband. Brand new, or brand new to him, year-old Reynard FR90. Second position, number 19, Colin Birkbeck in the Swift. And he's having a very intense battle for third position and second with Peter Kay, the man right behind him. So Reynard leads with those distinctive wide, low side pods. Tall, narrow Swift, the yellow car, 19 in second position. That's Colin Birkbeck, and the black car, Peter Kay, the Reynard in third. And a real mix of cars here, some of them as modern as these, some of them 6 or 7 years old. Drivers coming out not necessarily with World Championship winning hopes, but to have a bit of fun. And intense pressure on Birkbeck in the Swift from spinner number 22, Peter Welch, in his Van Diemen, paying the price for a very wide line indeed, and no hope of getting through. But Mike Waite in the number 69 Reynard, quite comfortable at this stage of the race, it would appear. And Colin Birkbeck then in the Swift, having had that small avoidance, it would appear has now dropped down the field, because that was certainly the flash of a different colour behind him. No, there's the Swift. So Birkbeck still second in the number 19 Swift. And unless something really major happens to one of these drivers, you can't see first or second being too much of a dispute. Third position, number 10, Mark Yude. And another Van Diemen, RF90 Van Diemen, just a year-old car. Third position for him. So here's our leader, Mark Waite, and leading rather handsomely from Colin Birkbeck, and he himself has a handsome lead. Not something you could really say about third place man at the moment, Mark Youde. He's really got it all to do, very much got his hands full of Will Pringle, the number 62 car there. That man, number 36, well, Mal Davidson appears to have taken himself very neatly out of the battle in his brand new Reynard. But no such problems for Mike Waite, continuing happily on his way. These cars, of course, although the chassis are different, all share the same tyres and the same engine package as well. Basically a 1600cc pushrod Ford engine. Last seen in a production car in the Fords, in fact in the old Escorts, the rear-wheel drive Escorts. So no longer a production engine, but Ford make a handful in their terms each year for Formula Ford racing to continue, because obviously sooner or later the engines are going to get tired, blown up or damaged. But this category been going since the very early 60s, and still an intensely competitive form of racing, and still regarded by many as the first step on the ladder to Grand Prix greatness. Mike Waite in his Reynard, and Colin Birkbeck in the Swift, first and second at the moment. And there's Birkbeck. Here now then is the remains of the battle for third position. And that was Stuart Sanders in 37, leading Mark Yude in 10. And little tussles all the way down the field. Peter Kay there, the number 1 car. Number 7, David Carson. And David Carson holding on to his position well in an 89 Van Diemen, a 3-year-old car already at this stage. And the man on the move very much at the moment, Peter Kay, the number 1. In the same specification Reynard as the leader, Mike Waite. And Waite in amongst the back markers, some of the older cars. No, number 31 there, 10-year-old car, 11 years old now, an RF80 Van Diemen of Roger Brown. And this is really starting to close the leaders up. But Mark Waite still not under a threat. Past Chris Gray's 62 Crosley, a real vintage car. And comfortable victory, it looks on the cards very much for Mike Waite. Is Reynard just got to get him safely around this last lap, and shows every sign of doing so. Down this last dip, up this last hill, through this last left-hander, and checkered flag time indeed it is for Mike Waite, taking victory in the number 69 Reynard. Join us next week on